missed the second for the lead. San Diego State up by 1.2 to go. And it's over. For the first time in school history, San Diego State is going to the Final Four.
The Mountain West advances. Been dead ass wrong about this tournament the whole way. We've got our Final Four. And in that Final Four, we've got 3 vacation destinations and Connecticut. This is interesting to see. Your daily sports podcast, news, narratives, takes, gambling. I'm not sick, actually, this time. March Madness links to the Louisville, Iowa post-game press conference. That's the video they think I'm going to watch. It's an hour and 23 minutes. YouTube is incorrect. I will not be watching an hour and 20-minute long press conference. The Final Four is set in the men's, women's. Still a couple games to go. Iowa and LSU are in the Final Four on the women's side. And again, San Diego State, Florida Atlantic University, the University of Miami, and UConn, who beat the shit out of Gonzaga. My goodness. How is it that UConn is kind of the upstart team now? But they're a basketball school. That's who I think is going to win. We shall see. Games happen, I believe, Saturday and Monday, right? National championships on a Monday? I always forget how they do this. It's always annoying. Final Four is in Houston, Texas, in the Reliant something, the dome that they played. Saturday, April 1st Saturday is the Final Four. Florida Atlantic and San Diego State will go first, and then on Monday, April 3rd, the national championship between 2 of those teams. It's been a fun tournament. It's been a crazy tournament. Everyone's enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it, I think, and it's been worth it. We'll look into the previews of various storylines and whatnot. San Diego State doing it with defense, UConn doing it with offense. The other 2 teams just kind of trying their best. I don't know. Men's college hockey overtime, Michigan, Penn State with the trip to the Final Four, Frozen Four on the line.
Seamus Casey will feed it ahead for Samoskevich. Goes right to the middle. Rich shot. He scores. It's over. Michigan is going back to the Frozen Four.
That was in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Good for Allentown. Whatever. Michigan was the number 1 seed, and they played in Allentown. Interesting. But Michigan going back to the Frozen Four is like their 39th trip. Actually, I don't know. I think it's 20-something. I think it was on the screen right there, 27th. They've been the most Frozen Fours of all time, I believe. They don't ever, it seems like, win championships. Like sometimes they do. But it just seems like they're not ever winning championships. They're just always the best. Hard to say. Penn State, since going Division I, I think in 2017, they've been pretty good. Shut up.
Look at streaming March Madness together with AT&T.
The NCAA website isn't automatically muted. Like you want to hear? You think I want to hear what you have to say, bro? I can't believe that. It's so fucking annoying. I want to find the Frozen Four scores. Nobody has it. That's the thing. It's college hockey, so people don't really care. Okay, who do we have? Yeah, it doesn't even say. The college hockey is just a disaster. This is crazy. I don't understand why I can't even Google it. I have to go to the college hockey website. Whatever. All right, fine. Fuck them. If hockey doesn't have their shit together, we won't talk about it. College baseball does have its shit together. There is a pitcher for Florida that has 17 home runs in 25 games.
Pitch to him. Here comes the 1-0, and it's a breaking ball, absolutely drilled once again. Look out in that student section. That is on the very back end of it, and for the 4th time this weekend here in Oxford, Jack Caglione has
Jack Caglione hit 4 home runs in 3 games against Ole Miss. I don't know if they won the series. They did win at least 2 of the games. I'm quite certain of that. 27 home runs in 25 games. 17 home runs in 25 games is bananas, and he's a pitcher. What do we do? What a guy. What a champion. It's unbelievable. So playoffs are coming up. LeBron James came off the bench and scored a bunch of points. They still lost to the Bulls, which is a joke for the Lakers. They got to get to work if they're going to make the playoffs. The Nets are shutting down Ben Simmons, who appears to have a pinched nerve in his back. And for the Nets putting together their big 3 of KD, Kyrie Irving and James Harden, Mikal Bridges, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Cam Johnson played more games together than KD, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. The Dallas Mavericks are falling apart since the Kyrie Irving trade. Luka Doncic is like miserable and depressed. I wonder if something's going on with him. Also, we'll look into that on a controversial Wednesday, but the Mavs are falling the fuck apart in a really public and crazy way. Do wonder what's going on. You know, I have no idea what could possibly be going on. We've got a hot take alert from De'Aaron Fox, who plays professional basketball. He's okay. He's okay. He said, quote, "I can't watch a full college game. It's hard. The shot making is not at the pro level. The refs are bad. A lot of the coaching is really bad. I can't stand it." So people are mad at him because college basketball is great. He's correct. College basketball is garbage when you love the game of basketball, but the NBA is just, I find, also boring because it's load management, and a lot of dudes don't try that hard. But he's getting roasted on Twitter for that take. I think it's a pretty bad take. I don't know. Check out this clip from Professional Golf Tournament. I don't know who that is. I think it's Jordan Spieth. I actually have no idea. Watch this. He chips it from the fringe. It goes up the hill, then back down the hill, and then into the water. Here we go. Chip, and that's a pro right there.
There's your story.
Look at his heels hanging out over the ledge for the water. I would not enjoy that. That does not seem like an enjoyable time to me. But again, what do I know? This Final Four, here's a fun stat. First time ever since the history of seeding that no number 1 seeds will be in the Elite Eight. Isn't that crazy? First time ever in the history of seeding the tournament that there will be no number 1s. The NFL owners meeting is this week. They always go to Florida or Arizona, and they just meet and own. I guess they're going to talk about rule changes. Is the thing that's going to happen. They're also probably behind closed doors going to continue to get mad at Stan Kroenke for being a piece of shit. And also, the rumor was that at some point they were going to discuss forcing Dan Snyder out of the NFL, but now they're not going to. And the reason they're not going to is that it appears like he's going to sell the team. So because of that, they may not need to even go that far, because if he sells it on his own, then what's the point, right? It doesn't matter because he's going to sell it on his own. One other thing that will be discussed at the meetings is legalized sports gambling inside the stadiums, which the league office shall amend the NFL commercial gambling policy to provide the physical retail books located in clubs or stadiums may remain open on club home game days as long as the club LSB, I don't know what that is, distribution policy remains in effect, which they're going to allow gambling in the stadium, which is objectively where you should gamble, because if you're betting live, the online sportsbook is going to try to screw you and make like, oh, it was delayed, because they know what's going on live and you don't, because even the broadcast delay, 10-second delay is enough to fuck you over. So pay attention to that. Like, oh, the odds went down. Yeah, so you can get screwed on that. So that's objectively the best place to bet is live, where you can see the action happening in front of you. It's crazy that they're going to allow that, and I actually suspect they'll allow it for a while, but not forever, because of like addiction and shit, which happens to a lot of people. But we're years away from that. It's going to be allowed for quite some time. Oh man, I am a little. I'm not basketballed out, but it's good to have a couple days off. You know what I mean? Yeah, it really is. So I want to talk about an individual effort in high school track. This is so cool. This girl, I guess I would say woman, but I think girl. She has committed to play a run track for the University of Cincinnati. Indoor track championships in Ohio were this weekend, and she won the state meet. It's like, what are you talking about, Nick? You're stumbling over your words. Nope, I'm not, actually. She won the state championship as a team. That's crazy. This happened last week, and I missed it. There she is on your screen. What's up? Say hi to Juliet Loracente Hubner. She went to the track meet by herself, and she won the team state championship. Yes. She broke the state record in long jump and triple jump with her new lifetime bests. She is the 4th and 5th best long jump and triple jumper in the country. She also ran in hurdles, 60-meter hurdles. And as a result, she's 18th in the country at that. So, she's the best indoor track team in the state of Ohio. Her other teammates didn't qualify for the state meet. She won the championship. So that's pretty cool. I think a hurdle would lead me to surgery right now. I think that's what's going to happen. We talked about the Pat McAfee defamation case going to the federal court. I don't know if we did or didn't. Brett Favre has sued him for defamation, which Pat McAfee definitely did, but the way the defamation works, if you're famous, is that you've got to prove that you lost actual money, which Brett is not going to be able to do. He sued him in the state of Mississippi where he would get home cooking. And then Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharpe has also done this now because Brett sued them like a fucking loser. And they move their states to federal court where they will have a more fair trial. They're going to win this trial, but the other thing that Brett doesn't understand is if this continues to go to trial, which McAfee and Sharpe should do because it will objectively give them exposure, which would be awesome for them, and make Brett look like a loser, is if Brett goes to trial, he has to open and prove that they lied, which means that he has to give them evidence about the thing that's ongoing with the welfare fraud. You don't want to be deposed when you're going to, like, under criminal investigation. I don't know if he still is. I'm sure that he is. People are alleging all the time they have texts that prove that he faked it. Dude, God, Brett, shut the fuck up. People hate you. Just go away. He's gonna tell on himself because he want to sue McAfee for talking shit. McAfee's gonna get some pub out of it and maybe some money if he countersues. Jesus. He's suing Shannon Sharpe separately. What a moron. God. It's not defamation if I call you stupid and you do stupid shit. Just to be clear. All right, back and better than ever on Tuesday.